was involved in a serious car accident in Las Vegas. The photos from the scene suggested significant damage to two vehicles. Initially, there was no indication as to RUGGS injuries or whether anyone was suspected of using alcohol or drugs. Before too long, the Las Vegas police issued a statement that RUGGS will be charged with felony DUI resulting in death. One of
Yo, salute, salute, salute. Welcome to Banging Aces Live and Direct Sport Commentary. Live with your boy Bang. And this is a BANGnACES moment. This is a BANGnACES moment. I'm here to report on Henry Ruggs, Las Vegas Raiders. Henry Ruggs was involved in a fatal car accident. He's alive with life-threatening injuries. However, he had somebody in either a car with him or the person he crashed into passed away in this accident, so he's being charged with vehicular felony homicide, DUI. Charged with DUI resulting in death after involvement in a fatal car crash this morning in Las Vegas. Yeah. I'm gonna play. I played a couple of. That's why I didn't play any music today. I played a couple of voice and reports that went on earlier, and you're not innocent until proven guilty anymore. That's what I want to say. They already got this man tried and going to jail forever because somebody died, and I get it, it's emotional, but you have no evidence or proof or anything written out where you can charge this man for this, right? But maybe it's based off the information that he was saying. He was out drinking, whatever. I'll leave room for that. But yeah, Henry Ruggs was involved in a little star phenom for the Raiders, wide receiver. They're on a Super Bowl push right now. Was involved in a deadly car accident where somebody died, and he's being charged with felony homicide, DUI, felony DUI. Wow. Listen to these reporters, man. They judging them. Some of the things they saying is true, but they judging them. They judging them based off of the information they have, and you're not innocent. You now guilty until you prove your innocence.
Way, and you can take an Uber back to your car that you left wherever you were, if and when you were somewhere and you were consuming alcohol or other substances to the point where you were impaired. So there is no excuse for it. It's a tragic situation. And this is the third time since 1998 that an NFL player has been involved in something like this, where you have an allegation of DUI resulting in death. Leonard Little of the Rams in 1998, 47-year-old Susan Gutweiler died because he was driving drunk. He ultimately was suspended 8 games by Commissioner Paul Tagliabue. And then in 2009, Dante Stallworth, then with the Browns, was charged with manslaughter in Florida and DUI involved in that, and Roger Goodell suspended him for a full year. And in this case, paid leave has emerged since the last situation, and Henry Ruggs could find himself. I mean, he's got bigger problems right now. He's got real life problems, and he's going to be dealing with the guilt and the responsibility if he was indeed impaired. Even if he wasn't impaired, it was a rear-end collision, and one of the first things I learned when I learned how to drive is if you hit somebody from behind, it's your fault, because you always need to be far enough back that you can stop no matter what happens with the car in front of you.
Yeah, but that doesn't apply in a vehicular homicide or vehicular manslaughter.
He's paid leave until the prosecution ends.
It's
At that
not
time,
felony.
he would be looking at, I assume, the same punishment as Dante Stallworth, a 1-year suspension.
And I'll go back, I'll add 2 others to your list, Mike, both Cowboys. Dwayne Goodrich, who spent a good amount of time in jail for his, and also we can't forget Josh Brent, who killed a teammate while driving drunk. And unfortunately, whatever, Dwayne Goodrich has turned his life around and went back to the University of Tennessee, got his degree, and has been speaking. He's on the speaking tour and says he's doing it for his victims. And he speaks to college teams, he speaks to NFL teams, and I would like to see and I don't know what they do, but I would like to see every NFL team bring in a Dwayne Goodrich and have them speak to the team about what he went through and how his life changed, and more importantly, how the lives of others changed. They will never come back, and he talks openly about that. And the weird thing about this, Mike, is Henry Ruggs' celebration is he holds up 3 fingers. And the reason he holds up 3 fingers is because his teammate, former teammate, Rod Scott, died in a car accident, and he wore number 3. So he holds up those 3 fingers whenever he celebrates. So he, as much as anyone, should know about car wrecks and what they can do and not driving drunk. Here he is in this situation, and we'll see what happens to him.
Accidents
some guys come back and
accidents.
play
These are
after
not
this.
deliberate
Leonard Little being the case. Others have not. Dwayne Goodrich being the case.
How you gonna take a good person's life away like this?
If somebody truly is driving drunk, I would like to see their career be over. But I know that sometimes guys are too talented and they get 2nd, 3rd, 4th chances in the NFL like Leonard Little did.
Yeah, Josh Brent's career basically ended.
How are we gonna take people's lives away like this? Like, you know what I mean? And I get it. We emotional right now. How he gonna take a person's life away and all of that? And, you know, I hate cases like this, but this is reality, people. People die in car accidents every day. And I hate to be narcissistic or pessimistic, but this is the truth. Truckers crash into people every day. If they kill them, should they go to jail? Because they tired of driving and all of that. Yeah, they should have pulled over, but they trying to meet a schedule. Sometimes when you tired, exhausted, hungry, you make bad decisions. That don't mean, you know, bad decisions that cost people lives. I get it, it's like a gun. But no. This is so foul, man. This is so foul. I really feel bad for the victim and this dude. Like, at the end of the day, they probably was out partying together type shit. And we don't know that he was intoxicated. He probably was chosen to drive because he wasn't intoxicated. You know, he did have a bad car accident. He could have been disorientated. You know what I mean? Somebody's dying in front of him, you know. I guarantee he was being honest as possible, and that's why they flipped this DUI charge on him. but they gotta prove it. And they didn't say anything about a blow test, blood test, nothing. They didn't say nothing. Nothing. They just said, oh, he's involved in an accident, we charging him. You know what I mean? It's so sad. Like, this shit crazy. Shit crazy, man.
All right, let's get to a developing story here on NFL Live. The Raiders wide receiver Henry Ruggs was involved in a car accident Tuesday morning. We're going to bring in Adam Schefter here for more. Adam, what do we know at this point?
Well, there's a tragic situation here, Laura. And the Las Vegas Police Department released a statement in which there was an accident at 3:39 a.m. this morning. Two cars collided, and Henry Ruggs III, the Raiders wide receiver, has been charged with DUI resulting in death. The Raiders released a statement saying they are saddened for the victims in this accident. The NFL has done something similar. And right now, Henry Ruggs is in a world of trouble right now with his situation in this particular case where there were signs of impairment. He was transported to a hospital in the area to be treated for non-life-threatening injuries. But obviously, with a fiery vehicle crash here that resulted in death, Henry Ruggs faces enormous legal issues here. And I would say that his NFL career is in jeopardy.
Yeah, he's done, bro. Like, you could tell by the way they talking about him. They ready to forget him already. You know what I mean? They ready to forget him already. Like, he's so done, bro. Man, listen, bro. I think that's so foul, bro. That's so foul. Word. This is crazy. This is crazy. You know, I feel a certain way, man. So y'all heard it there yourself. Henry Ruggs has been charged in an accident, fatal accident. I just don't like, it's just the media, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I know he was wrong if he was drinking and driving and all that, but this is a positive kid. This is somebody who hasn't been in trouble, playing football, doing great things in this city. Damn, man. Driving these fast cars, these rich people. You know what I mean? I don't know. We gotta have to find out. There's still a lot to be known. If he really was drunk. They say he looked impaired, but I don't know that he really was. If he looked impaired, I'm sure they did what they had to do. And if he did the legal thing and didn't blow and stuff like that, then you know, that's why I guess they doing this to him as well. I pray for the families. I pray for him, cause he deserved better, man. He deserved. Henry Ruggs III, involved in a fatal car accident and is being charged. You know, I just feel some type of way about it. Maybe I'm wrong for feeling that way about it, but I do. I feel that way about it. No question about it. You know what I mean? No question about it. I'm feeling some type of way. It just don't sit right in my soul. You know what I mean? But, you know, people gotta pay their consequences. I always speak accountability. But yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough. Let's see what Base feels about it. See how Base feels about it. Yo, what's good, brother? speak about this Henry Ruggs thing. See how you feel about that. Yeah. Let me try to get Bri on the line and we could talk about it together. Salute, chat. Salute.
Kids with mentors, 22 years old. For as much as you know, you really don't know shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't, you know, you gotta have something, and a mentor ain't, I mean, you could call it a babysitter, call it whatever you want.
It's a necessity.
This is crazy. I feel some type of way about this, man. Just the way everybody's talking about it. Like, they proved him drunk. Did they take a blood test and all that? Like, you know what I mean? He just watched somebody die. He waited there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. He was speeding. Did they know he was drunk for sure? That's what I wanted to ask. So I was looking at all the reports. I didn't see that they confirmed that he was drunk. They said that he just looked impaired. Then he went to the hospital. I'm figuring they took a blood test there. But this is a positive young man. Made a bad decision.
And cost somebody their life, bro.
Yeah.
That's the part that is too much. You know, like, do you remember the old show Oz? The old show Oz, the main character, Beecher, he went to jail for the same thing, bro. He was a lawyer. He was celebrating a win in the case. Had a couple of afternoon drinks. Thought he could drive home and killed somebody. Somebody died, bro. At the end of the day, somebody's loss of life is more than this kid's irresponsibility. It's a shame, but the kid's life is going to take a very, very hard lesson, bro. And as well deserved.
Interesting.
My opinion, of course.
Yeah, of course. It's just interesting, you know.
Sad.
Vehicular homicide is way different than vehicular manslaughter. And this seemed like a manslaughter case. I think he gotta live with this ultimately. He don't seem like somebody that maliciously could live with something like this. This might affect his career anyway. You know what I mean? And mentally.
Career over.
But yeah, if he gotta go through this legal battle and they prove him to be drunk, they're gonna try to throw a book at this kid. The only thing, how would you feel about the daily truckers that cause accidents and kill people every day? Do you feel like they should go to jail?
Was they drunk?
No, just tiredness. They usually have long mileage and they just stay on a little bit too long and they truck.
Yeah, bro, that's a huge mistake. But man, you should serve your time just like this kid right here.
Okay.
You took someone's
That's fair.
life.
That's fair. That's fair.
There's no excuse for anybody, bro. At the end of the day, somebody died because of you and your irresponsibility.
That's what a lot of people were saying. But that's granted that we know he was drunk. What if he was the driver, like, and they was out drinking and he wasn't drinking? Like, he was chosen to be the driver, but everybody else drunk, and they just racing, and the accident happens. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Everybody just jumped to the DUI, but that's because of the charge.
Reckless driving is reckless driving.
Reckless driving is reckless driving. All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Trust me, like I said, heartbroken for the kid, man. The kid was just starting to become somebody, changing his life for the positive, doing everything right. And a stupid decision cost him everything. Should it be his whole entire life? I hope not for him, but it's not for me to judge anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
He got to meet his own maker with this one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, I'm saddened by it. I really am, bro. I'm heartbroken for the kid. I'm heartbroken for the family.
Yeah, for
both
the family, the victim family and his family. Yeah, I just was watching these things, and I'm like, wow. They coming at him like he's a thug, like. Like, he never left. Like, he was a negative person. Like, he's T.O. and shit. Like, what the fuck? But I get it, man. People upset with him because they feel like he just press a button and could get a ride home, man. He could get a ride anywhere. You know what I mean?
And he got enough money to do that plus. So there's no excuse.
Right.
You know, I get it. You want to go home. Everybody want to go home. Everybody at the end of the night think they can make it. We all been there, you know what I'm saying? It's a different world, bro. You got to pick up the phone. You got to call the Uber, man. You risking other people's lives. And look,
this is a
because
fact.
of your silly mistake, everything gone. One moment. One overnight ride home, and everything changed for the kid. The kid was having a blast at 3:20 this morning. But at 3:39, his whole life changed.
You young guys, y'all better know this is real. This is real life stuff. This is more than likely to happen. This can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just hanging out with the guys, fishing and drinking, and you want to drive home, and things can happen, man. Then what? You know what I mean? Your boy flipped the car, killed everybody in the car, and the driver stays alive. Like, you know what I mean? So, I just seen this many times, especially coming up in my life, and it seemed to never fail. You know what I mean? And these guys, they go to jail for like 5 years, and they come home. And some of them turn their life into better, and you know, man, they give back. But dang, man, this man's life was taken off, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Vegas. Move to Vegas, they said. It'll be better in Vegas. Move out of Oakland. Oh man, I'm sorry. It's not funny. Oh, man. See, he moved him to a party city, and he wilded out. Don't know how to act, man. Oh, man. Salute to those family, man. Salute to everybody, man, in that situation. Let's see what moves us at, man. Yeah, I was all over the place with that, too. What do you think about the trades today?
Them shits were trash. Nothing happened.
Nothing really happened to you. Okay. You ready, brother?
Yeah.
Alright. Bass just went in. He went in hard. But it's honest, man. Well, how you feel about this case, though? This Henry Ruggs situation. First, can you confirm that he was intoxicated? Because nobody seemed to be able to confirm it. Yeah.
Yes, he was drunk. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It says, hold on, I'll read you this thing real quick. Henry Ruggs suspected to face a judge Wednesday morning after being jailed on felony charges in connection with a fiery crash that left a 23-year-old woman dead. Ruggs was injured in the crash, but was released from a hospital in the afternoon and booked into the Clark County Detention Center on charges of DUI resulting in death and reckless driving. He's scheduled to appear 9 o'clock tomorrow morning in Vegas court. Soon after the crash, he retained high-profile attorneys, 2 of them, and they released a statement that said, on behalf of client Ruggs III, we are conducting our own investigation as of this writing and asking everyone to reserve judgment until all the facts are gathered.
Right. That's where I was with the chat earlier before I called the guys. I said, I think we need a little bit more facts on it. I didn't know if they took a blood test or he blew for a DUI test. They did say that he looked erratic or whatever, but originally they didn't ask him for this stuff, and then they suddenly charged him with it later in one of the reports. And then I was like, all right. So my issue wasn't that he get charged. My issue was it being a felony DUI versus a vehicular manslaughter. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure that anytime you're in a crash,
right,
and there's injuries involved, and they suspect, even if they just suspect you of being drunk, they're going to test. So I'm pretty sure he was tested when he went to the hospital.
Okay. Yeah, there's no way he could deny it.
I seriously doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think so. After somebody dies in a car crash, I think he automatically gets blood
there's
tested.
got to be video too. He's in Vegas. There's got to be video of him wherever he was at drinking.
Yeah, and he wasn't hiding. He waited there. He watched the person die in the car. All kind of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, man. He had a girl with him. She got hurt too.
Yeah, see, that's what I didn't know if the person with him was the person that died or the person they hit. So
that was the person that he hit. Yeah.
Oh man, that accident looked crazy too.
Yeah, man.
Wow, they're on the run too, man. That's gonna hurt Oakland. I mean, Las Vegas.
That's definitely gonna hurt them. He was one of their main weapons.
Yeah. They got to do a hell of an adjustment, and they can't plug and play him because I seen those games when they didn't throw to him much. They were struggling. Waller's hurt though, so. Wow, man, Oakland got that curse, man. Oakland got that curse. I mean, the Raiders got that curse on them.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation, man. The young dude.
22 years old, bro.
Throwing his life away pretty much at 22 years old, man. Who knows what's going to happen.
Wow.
Even if he doesn't do any jail time, I think it's pretty likely that he's not going to be playing football anymore.
Well, when it happened before, Goodell suspended the kid for a year, but still, I was telling Bass, he got to live with this. And if he's a good-hearted person, that's going to be hard enough. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, man.
That's just hard. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Locking people up is not always the answer. But at the end of the day, you got to be accountable to what you do. So, you know what I mean?
Well, he's going to have, the one thing he's got going for him legally is that, he's going to have, he knows high-profile people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That are probably going to speak towards his character.
Right.
And they're most likely going to tell him, he's not, a careless type of person. This is just, an isolated incident, a tragic one, but,
right.
I'll ask you the same question I asked Bass. Hold on, let me turn this down.
How do you feel about a trucker? These truckers drive all night and they go too far, they offer sleep deprivation, and they crash and these people die, do you think these people should be charged felony murder, or is it still vehicular?
Well, it depends on the situation because, dudes on the road truckers, they have rules and regulations that they need to follow too. So,
right.
And they have to keep logs and records of their driving hours, and it's enforced very strictly by the DOT. So, in every state. So if they're caught not following those rules and regulations, they could force some serious penalties and time, jail time.
Yeah, could they be
so
flipped?
every different case is different. So
But yes, their asses should be punished just like anyone else, man. You break the law, you make a mistake, whatever.
of course, yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Everybody like this kid. This kid made a huge mistake, but he still made the mistake.
Yeah,
You know
but
what
I think
Mistake or
you're
not.
missing it. It's a difference between serving 10 to 15 years and 2 to 5 years for a mistake. You understand what I'm saying? So the charge, is it a homicide or is it a vehicular manslaughter? You know what I
I
mean?
don't know. Right now, it looks like
If it's a DUI, it's a homicide. You know what I mean?
Right now, it looks like involuntary manslaughter.
Right.
Because it wasn't intentional.
Right.
Yeah, everybody's young and everybody makes mistakes, but we all have to live with choices that we make.
Right.
He chose to drink and drive.
Yeah,
So now he's
got
to live with whatever comes his way.
That's fair.
I don't wish nothing on nobody, not on this level. This is miserable, man. Miserable for the sport, miserable for it's all part
For the
of
people, man, that they sell, it's just a effed up situation. And then, for the 23-year-old girl, look, he's 22. His 23-year-old girl he crashes into, like, that's a baby. These are babies, like, you know what I mean? Wow.
Yeah, sad situation.
Wow. Week 8 had that crazy curse. Oh man. Survive.
There's plenty of dudes in the NFL that live wild like that. That just
Yeah, they do.
They don't care, just do stupid shit all the time. And it's in all sports, actually. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All sports. Yeah.
Look at John Jones in the UFC. He's had 2 DUIs.
I know, and he got caught with like
in
a
the same
pound
city.
or
He
something.
lives in Vegas.
Yeah, like a pound or something in the same city. Yep, same city. He left his car or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
That John doesn't be wild, and I'm out of here.
Crazy.
Like they don't know it's your car, John. Like, come on.
Man.
I know it was a
Got 2
distinctive ass.
DUIs. One time he got busted where he failed the cocaine test. Another time he failed multiple PED tests. Like some of these dudes just don't care, man.
Yeah, man, I got you. All right, man. I just wanted to touch on that. How you feel about the trades today? Anything relevant?
Not really. I mean,
Nope.
I didn't see anything crazy today.
Jets traded a lineman, an offensive lineman. I'm like y'all could get rid of linemen right now.
No, the Jets got
They got one from Chiefs. Duvernay Tardif, the Canadian dude, the Canadian doctor.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is crazy to me. Like they traded probably one of their best 3 offensive linemen for another tight end. They don't need any more offensive help. They need to be traded for defensive dudes.
Wow.
They did it.
Oh, they traded. They got a tight end from the Jets.
They got Melvin Ingram too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did see that.
Okay.
Nothing special.
Nothing
Yeah.
special. Nothing special.
No, Melvin Ingram is a good linebacker, but if I'm them, I would have been looking for secondary help.
For real.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna keep this is a Henry Ruggs special, so we'll end it there. I thank y'all, Bengals, a moment. I'll see y'all Thursday, I guess. Thursday night.
Yes, sir.
All
right, brother.
Salute.
All right. Yep.
Alright, there you go. There you have it, chat. There you have it. You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think in the chat, man. You think this should be a felony or a misdemeanor? First time offender? What you think should happen here? It's real unfortunate. He could have died in this situation and then they would have had nobody to blame, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? The fact that he survived, he must pay his consequence. Yes. But what's the consequence when a person is a good-hearted person? Prison? Lock him up, throw away the key. On a positive person, on a good person that just got his whole spirit killed right here for being immature and, you know, and I'm not of the same ilk. I don't believe that people that have accidental deaths deserve to go to prison. Like everybody. It's all like I have said, it's an individual case to me. It's individual cases to me. You know, when a kid gets his hand on a gun, on his parents' gun and shoots maybe his brother or his sister, should that kid go to jail? You understand what I'm saying? Remember, he didn't deliberately shoot her. It was an accident. These are accidents. If the sister dies, that family is distraught for the rest of their lives. Should they lose their other son? Should he go to jail for felony murder for 25 to life because he killed his sister? You understand? When that kid had a wrestling mistake, 14 or something like that, and he did a wrestling move to his friend who was like 11 or 8 or some shit like that. I know he was younger. And the kid died. Should that kid have been charged and went to jail for the rest of their life for doing a wrestling move on a smaller kid than him? You know, so like everybody else, these are unfortunate situations, yes, but I think we need to figure out justifications outside of prison. That shit is not... A prison was supposed to be a rehabilitation center. For something like this, these guys can't be rehabilitated. They'll just be broken down and turned into, you know what I mean, more like the rest. More like the rest. So we have to be careful, man, and what are we festering and what are we... And then they're supposed to be come out into the world and be positive again. You know, and I know the way we taught that is, well, you do something wrong, you go to prison, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, but just not of that ilk for everything. For everything. A person that killed somebody in a car accident like this should be with murdering assassins, drug dealers and killers and gangsters. What y'all think y'all gonna get out of that? You know what I'm saying? So this is an unfortunate situation for Henry Ruggs. I really feel bad for him. I do agree with the fellas that if he was drunk and he made this wrong decision, he gotta pay his consequence. And I feel like he's doing that. He stayed. He didn't run hard. He stayed. He tried to do the right thing. We can't throw the book at the person doing the right thing. He got to live with it. Just like they family got to live with it. He got to live with it. There's not enough money he could throw at that family that would help them deal with the instant loss of their other person. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm so divided on this. Like, you know what I mean? If he was a troublesome person and da-da-da, I still would feel a certain type of way. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's so much more that need to be determined here. But if he was drunk, and he admitted that, and I don't know what they could be investigating then. What could the lawyers be investigating? How to get him off? I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll do their best to do something. This is real fresh on everybody's minds, and it's fresh at the moment. But I'm sure they'll get it together. I am Bang, your host for Banging Aces Live and Direct Sport Commentary. And this was the Henry Ruggs III special, BANGnACES moment. That's what I'm going to call this, the BANGnACES moment. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe. For the next time I go live, y'all know what's good. Make sure y'all leave your comments on the video down there. What y'all think Henry Ruggs should get the book thrown at him. Henry Ruggs should, whatever. Whatever y'all think about this case, y'all let me know, man. And just watch your judgments. You know what I mean? I think about it like if Henry Ruggs was my son, how would I want this to go down? So that's how I would ask y'all to, I would know he have to be accountable, but how would I want it to go down if we always been outstanding citizens and all that? You know what I mean? Yeah, comments in the, leave your comments in the session. Drop your comments in the session. This is a BANGnACES emotion. I am Bang. Hashtag BANGnACES Sports in the chat and in the comments. Subscribe, like, share, and we out of here. Salute.